Hey. Well, what are we all waiting for, I wonder? There we go. Good morning. I am not Patty Bryant, but I'm going to do my best imitation of Patty. I'm Skip Lundborg, and I am your worship associate for this morning. To everyone here in the sanctuary, those outside, very few on this muggy day, and all of you out there in electronic land, welcome. Our congregation mission and vision are part of what directs us, enables us to do what we understand to be the work of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Greater Naples. We're extremely glad to see you all today. For those of you who, how many of you have been here more than 20 years? All right, a few, mostly on this side. 10 years. 10 years? Yeah. How about brand new? There we go. You'll notice we only applaud for brand new. The 10s and 20s is kind of taken for granted. Anyway, we're glad you're here. Our minister, Tony Fisher, and his wife, Ann, are away celebrating the birth of their first grandchild, grandson Quinn, who was born on July 1st, I believe was the date. He will be gone, Reverend Tony will be gone for the rest of the month, and we'll be having some great speakers, including our speaker for today. Let me introduce to you Albertia Albee Johnson. Albie, as she's known, is an accomplished minister and poet who views life as a series of meaningful journeys. With over 20 years of experience anchoring spirituality and inclusiveness, she served as religious education in the Baptist faith for more than 11 years before transitioning to Unitarian Universalism. Commissioned by the Unitarian Universalist Association in September of 2023, she served at Fort Myers for 2.5 years while simultaneously serving as the first commissioner of lay minister for Black Lives of the Unitarian Universalist, the BLUU. Known for weaving poetry and humor into her messages, Albie has recently entered her second retirement. However, she remains a dedicated community leader, active in the Interfaith Alliance of Southwest Florida, and is a founding council member of Compassionate SWFL. We are glad and grateful to have Albie with us this morning. Albie? There are a couple of announcements that I want to lift briefly before you. In the entryway, the foyer, there is a box for the Guadalupe Center. We're gathering school supplies for them. There is a sheet out there that describes everything. You can well imagine what school supplies mean. A fully loaded computer? No. Pencils, paper, books, etc. It's all outlined for you out there, and we'll be collecting that for the month of July. So thank you for that. There is a new opportunity being provided for us, which is called listening circles. To be supportive of the congregation, listening circles will be initiated today. The circle will be in the library down the hall, a limit of 7 people, and it begins at 11:30. So if you have ideas, concerns, thoughts that you'd like to share about this congregation and your place in it, please join Janet Hoffman in that. It's a non-judgmental, conversational meeting about what we see and what we might like to see. So Janet will welcome you there following the service today. All right. Now I think, yes indeed, we are at the time for our morning prelude. Center ourselves with a deep breath and listen to the prelude.
For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are one. 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 We are one.
I'm ready for you.
Any words? You say
Yeah,
that.
the lore. Yep.
That's you.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, that's right. I'm doing that. We're having fun over here. I am, in fact, honored to read what Albie has written already. It's called Lore. Every country carries a lore. It's like a deep undercurrent of stories and superstitions, often filled with joys and sorrows. They are what our ancestors whispered when the world felt too large or too small. It's lore. And like an onion, it is memories beneath memories, a place where tradition, mother wit, superstition and lived experiences meet and weave themselves into the something that feels like truth. Yesterday, many gathered not to romanticize a nation, but to honor the stories that shaped its policy, its people. Tales told around kitchen tables, warnings spoken in half jokes and winks, rituals repeated because they hold a nation, a people together. It is lore that teaches us who we are, who we have been, and invites us to imagine who we might yet become. May we enter this hour with reverence for the wisdom carried in our country's bones, and with courage to sift through its stories, keeping what heals, releasing what harms, and creating new lore worthy of generations to come. Will you join with me in the chalice lighting words that are on the screen? May this flame stir our hearts and remind us of our mission to be truly welcoming, to grow in mind and spirit, and to widen the circle of peace, justice, and love. I invite you to rise in body or spirit for our singing of hymn number 155 in the gray hymnal, and the words will be on the screen. Circle around for freedom. We will sing it through 2 times. But before we sing, Reverend Johnson is going to do a short demonstration.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Are you hearing me well? Oh, good. Okay. Circle around for freedom. As we honored yesterday and continue 250 years of freedom. Am I not speaking well?
Is it?
Okay.
Is,
What I want to do today is I'm going to talk really loud. Oh, okay. Stop. What I would like to do today is share with you what is called a body prayer. And it goes along with this song. And this song is called Circle Round for Freedom. So you're going to see me doing a bunch of circles. Now, some of you may want to participate. Some may want to sit down. Some may want to stand. Some may need a little more room because they really mean what they're going to do. So if Sean can please just go through the first verse, I will demonstrate. They're simple, very easy. And if you don't get it right, that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Just try. That's all. Okay.
Circle round for freedom.
Freedom.
Circle round for peace. For all of us imprisoned. Circle for release. Circle for the planet. Circle for each soul. For the children of our children. Keep the circle.
That's it. So now we're going to sing it and try really hard to do it, but it's okay. Just let it be your heart.
If you don't
Oh.
get it right the first time, we'll do it through twice. So.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Circle round for freedom. Circle round for peace. For all of us in prison. Circle for release. Circle for the planet. Circle for each soul. For the children of our children. Keep our circle whole. Circle round for freedom.
Circle round for peace. For all of us
In prison. Circle for release. Circle for the planet. Circle for each soul. For the children of our children. Keep our circle whole.
thank you.
I think we have to give that an amen, and you all did very well. Very well. Am I supposed to talk now? Okay, all right. Oh, a beginning. And before I go on and start talking a whole lot, I just want to say I'm glad to be here with you all today. I thank Reverend Tony and his sweetheart and congratulate them on the birth of their first grandchild. And I am so happy to be here with you all and to see you again. I have been here before. I was here when we did the Pride service last year, and also for some interfaith services that have been held here. So thank you again for having me, and it is my desire, and I hope your desire, that we all have a wonderful time this morning. Okay, so now, a beginning, a wisdom tree. My partner, Carol, and I, my sweetheart, she's right there, we hosted a women's circle at our home not long ago. It was an event that we like to do. We have these women come over to our house, and we do things. And then then they invite us to their homes, and we do things over there. So the last time it was at my home, I decided we should make a wisdom tree. Now, I'm not the most crafty person. I don't know what made me think of that. I don't know, but it came in, and I was like, we could do this thing. So I ran out quickly, and I brought all the materials that I believe we would need. Some brown felt, plastic flowers, acrylic pens and pencils, and all things like that. And I should probably read my notes, so this way I won't go over. Okay, so how did we start? We started by cutting a tree shape out of the dark brown felt, sketching out its branches and roots, then cutting it out and gluing it onto a gray quilt, solid. To center ourselves before beginning, we spent some time chanting and meditating. And afterwards, equipped with markers and acrylic pens, we began sharing pieces of what we call mother wit. As each story or insight was shared, we wrote it down on our plastic leaves. Lost my place. We wrote it down on our plastic leaves and then glued it onto the tree branches. After we stuck it on there, we took a moment to honor the ancestors who we believe handed down these wonderful nuggets of wisdom across generations. Finally, we inscribed the roots with the names of the ancestors of whose legacy we carry. Ultimately, we discovered that while many of these insights were steeped in superstition and tradition, the majority of them stemmed from mother wit, passed down through family, culture, and community, even in religion. So this morning, I'd like to know if any of you would like to share a quick mother wit quote. So let me give you some examples before we get going on that. This is one my mother used to say, and I mentioned to some of you as I came in this morning. She would say something like this. She called me by my middle name, which is Jennifer. She would say, Jenny, if all your friends go and jump off a building, are you going to go too? Of course, I wouldn't say anything smart back, so I just went, no, Mommy. But I understand the message was, you don't have to do it just because your friends are doing it. So she gave me a little mother wit. And as time goes by, they got a little deeper. Let me give you some more. My mother, she had 5 girls. I'm second to the youngest, right? So I'm in my mid-60s. My older sister's almost 80, right? There's quite a few of us, years in between. Mommy would gather the girls together and say, I'm going to tell you something. Okay. I need you to remember this. Okay. Keep your eyes open and your skirt down. See? And that was our response. Because, I was a girl. What does that mean, Mommy? Oh, but I grew up. I understood clearly what she meant. Okay. Then she gave us another one, and this one was something else. Always sweep to the door after company leaves. Now, what was that all about? Sweep towards the door after company leaves. I realized as an adult that it wasn't so much of a mother wit she was telling me. She had moved into superstition. If you sweep towards the door after company leaves, if they leave some kind of strange spirit or whatever, you're just sweeping it out. So their lingerings won't be in the house. Okay, But as I got older, and I noticed family members just basically sweeping, always going towards the door. So what was superstition, or what she would call mother wit, had suddenly become a tradition. Always sweep towards the door. Why? I don't know. This is the way we do it. Okay? So now that I've given you a few, not Patty, who's supposed to be here today, but Skip is going to go around, and you may raise your hand if you want to and share briefly a mother wit or wisdom something. Who would like to share? Don't be scared. You all have mommies. Somebody mothered you.
My mom always would say, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
I know that one. Yeah.
Be yourself, your friends will like you.
That's right. Be true to yourself. All right.
My mom lived to be 97, and when she got up in years, she would say occasionally, "You get 90, you see."
And I think we could take one more. Or we got a gentleman here. Oh,
yeah.
many people. Oh,
We have to give the men a chance here.
My mother told me when I was very young, in relationships, romantic relationships, never kiss and tell.
right there.
Uh,
Now that she'll be our last one, I think. 'Cause everyone had mommy, so we all have something.
This is from my great-grandmother. Whistling girls and cackling hens all come to a bad end.
We're done.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing. And I'm sure there are so many more. So again, my mother told us to keep our skirts down and eyes open. I would say that was absolute wisdom. And then when she would say sweep towards the door, especially after guests leave, I would say, well, that's absolutely superstition. And then it turned to tradition. And lastly, this is one that I took some time to figure this one out. You know, there's a difference between being outdoors and out of doors. Anybody want to try and tell me what that one means? Oh, it took me a long time. Oh, I saw one little hand. Scream it out. There are options. Yeah, that's a good. This is, I think she was trying to say. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. There's a difference between outdoors and out of doors. So someone comes over. Is so-and-so here? Can you come out and play? Remember, you go ask somebody to come out and play with you. They came out and played. You got a little older. You had a little boyfriend, a little girlfriend. Oh, I don't like them anymore. They're out of doors. The door doesn't open for them anymore. See? Sometimes we are out of doors and we don't realize it. Right? There is a difference. No more doors. You have a boyfriend? He wasn't that good to you? Oh, he's out of doors. You don't say anything else. Everybody know you broke up for whatever the reason is. What's the details doesn't matter. He doesn't have a door to my heart anymore. You see, so as I matured, I began to understand a little bit more. So today, oh yeah, and Southern Charm ladies, bless your heart. Say what? Because now we know, is that a blessing? Oh, or a curse, who knows? But anyway, the lore, L-O-R-E, of superstition, tradition, and mother wit also has its place in religion. In fact, Seneca once said, religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. I think he may have been a Unitarian Universalist. I don't know. Whether we agree or not is not the point. Instead, we are encouraged to find out, just as philosophers are. They're trained to think critically, question assumptions, and examine ideas from multiple angles. Their statements often serve as starting points for deeper inquiry rather than a final answer. So, not too many follow this advice when practicing superstition, tradition, and mother wit. Let us remain seated and enjoy our centering hymn, number 91, Mother of All. The words should be on the screen.
Saint by poet and by saint.
against you prove the gift of giving faith. Oh, sweet light of unfolding grace and deepest mystery, teach us compassion's gentle face and wisdom's mastery. Teach us to cherish this proud earth, its fragile beauty praise, and for the dreams your joy gives birth, a hopeful future rise. It is the time of our service where we are offered the opportunity to share the joys and sorrows that occupy our lives and our hearts on this particular day. I will come around with the microphone. If your hand is raised, I'll get to you. We ask you to stand, identify yourself, and briefly offer your joys or sorrows today. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Diane Keys, and I'm so joyful. Yesterday we had the 4th of July parade, but what's so special, it was Vincent's birthday yesterday.
Oh.
So everyone celebrated his birthday, and I'm so grateful to my friends, Inel and Paul, who comes to visit with us and will eventually become members of the UUC. Yeah, we're so grateful. And another thing, Emerson Academy is starting up, and we're so proud of Dr. Bill and Maria for all they're doing. We met with one of the students this week and last week, and she is so amazing. She's at the University of Pennsylvania doing her doctoral program. We're so pleased for all that they do, and we're so grateful to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
My name's Paul Beringer, and I have a very simple joy, and that is that I found someone who really loves me in spite of my imperfection, smallness, and everything else we know. So I'm grateful to be loved.
Somebody had their, yes.
Good morning. I'm Kath Maslin, and my joy comment is last week's service was truly a tipping point for me and the way I look at the world and what's happening to our country and the world. I went up to Steve afterwards to congratulate him, and joy is resistance really resonated with me. And like I said, after last Sunday, I decided I refused to let you-know-who and the administration live in my head rent-free anymore. And I ordered several Joy is Resistance bumper stickers, so I'll bring them in as soon as I get them, and I'm sure.
Thank you. Well. All right. I'm headed that way. Somebody, yes, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? My name is Susie Riddle, and I've been away for a couple weeks in New Jersey. I'm Pennsylvania, so I'm glad to be back. But I have a sorrow and a joy. I hardly ever post on the next door neighborhood site, but anyhow, yesterday somebody posted about how grateful they were to feel peace at last, and you know, in the celebration of 250 years of freedom. And I wrote back and said, well, I don't feel at peace, and with all the nonsense that's going on right now in the world. And you would not believe some of the stuff that people wrote, and I don't even know why I want to cry. I mean, they said, you should move out, you don't love your country, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I, somebody wrote, you know, I'm a veteran, you know, and somebody else wrote, I thank all the people that sacrificed for our freedom. And I wrote, somebody wrote, my family served, and I wrote, well, my father fought in World War II, and I was a veteran service officer and a social worker, and I work with lots and lots and lots of veterans. And then I said something like, you know, it's not, I don't want to leave my country. I just want my country, I want to strive to make my country the way it was when I grew up, and had like statue in the world and respect. And then they just wrote, and then they wrote back some more mean things and said that I wanted to defund the police and didn't support the military. Now, I just written how I worked with all these veterans, and then they said that I was, you know, so I just wrote and said, obviously you didn't hear what I said, and if you don't see what's happening with our democracy, maybe you're sticking your head in the sand like ostriches. And they wrote some, and then they wrote some more mean stuff, and I just wrote, you know, goodbye. And then I saw on my, you know, that there kept coming more and more messages. So I kind of feel like, you know, in Florida, you're not really free to, one person wrote, oh, so it's okay for everybody to express their opinion and have freedom of speech, except for Susan and people who have a different opinion.
Yeah.
So my joy is that here I am with this congregation, which I feel like is kind of a little oasis in this area. So thank you all.
All right, thank you.
And sticks and stones may break your bones, words will never hurt you. No, words will hurt you. So I will not be posting again.
Thank you. Perhaps the oasis one day becomes a lake, becomes an ocean.
Good morning. My name is Linda Allen, and I do have a sorrow this morning. A very good friend of mine, we met in 1968 when I was in college, and she struggled with Alzheimer's in the last 4 years, and she passed. And the outpouring that came from classmates people that knew her in the administration of the college was unbelievable. And this was a fire that burned bright and probably is still burning bright. And I will counter that with a joy. All of you who drove in this morning saw the resealing and the painting. It's not done yet, but all of it's done. But the facilities crew, especially Reggie, worked very, very hard on this. So our volunteers are alive and well and shall ever remain so. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Steve Frediani. I have a joy. My wife and I, my wife Lagaya, and I celebrate our 13th wedding anniversary tomorrow. And
Hey, good.
joy. I'm a very lucky man.
Thank you. Thank you. Where? Ah.
Hi. Hi, I'm Janet Malozzi, and I'm Janet Malozzi, and my husband Fernando is home from the hospital, and he's recuperating. And I want to thank everyone for their well wishes and the love and support of this congregation. I feel truly blessed by your friendship.
Thank you.
Easy does it. Oh, they have one. Would you like me to wrap that up? We are grateful for those joys and sorrows that have been expressed this morning, and for those that have remained unspoken. We honor this community of caring and love. Let us join in the spirit of meditation. Our meditation this morning has a name. It's called How Poets Pray. It's by Reverend Angela Herrera, and she is a Unitarian Universalist minister. In her meditation, she poses 3 questions. So this morning, the meditation will be in the form of those questions. So this morning, the meditation will be in the form of these 3 questions. Is this better? I put it, okay, yes. All right, so I'll start again. Our meditation this morning is How Poets Pray by Unitarian Universalist minister Reverend Angela Herrera. In her meditation, she poses 3 questions. This morning, our meditation will be in the form of those questions. So I'm going to ask you now to let us ponder and perhaps answer them inwardly. Allow yourself to relax. Close your eyes, if you will. And inhale. Exhale. Soften your face. Be gentle with yourself, and soften even more as you answer these questions silently. I will repeat them 3 times. What do you do with the secret verses of your heart? What do you do with your need for redemption, the story without words, with paradoxical truths too private and nuanced to share, that cannot be printed or spoken aloud? What do you do with the secret verses of your heart? What do you do with your need for redemption? The story without words. What do you do with paradoxical truths, too private and nuanced to share? It cannot be printed or spoken aloud. What do you do with the secret verses of your heart? What do you do with your need for redemption, the story without words? What do you do with paradoxical truths, too private and nuanced to share, that cannot be printed or spoken aloud? What do you do with the secret verses of your heart? What do you do with your need for redemption? The story without words. What do you do with paradoxical truths, too private and nuanced to share, that cannot be printed or spoken aloud? What do you do with the secret verses of your heart? And now, please join me as we enter into a time of silent meditation and contemplation.
Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Oh, where are dear mothers? Oh, where are dear mothers? They are sowing the seeds of gladness. Day is a-breaking in Days are breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Days are breaking in my soul.
That was absolutely beautiful. It was beautiful. Everybody's being all quiet and nice. But I want to give you a wave because that's how beautiful that was. I have a love for Appalachian mountain music. Take me to North Carolina. Take us around the Blue Ridge and see everything. And I am happy. Thank you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling good right now. All right? Okay, so we're going to talk about lore and religion. Lore, L-O-R-E. Sounds a lot like law, but it's not. We're going to spend some time talking about superstition, tradition, and mother wit. If you wrap the three of them together, we can call it lore. They each have their own function and lean on each other. And as we here in the United States are in the throes of celebrating 250 years of independence, but this morning, we're going to talk a little bit more about interdependence. A nice UU word. We love that word. The interdependence between mother wit, tradition, and superstition. And then we're going to try and find out if religion has any role in that trinity. So first up, we're going to talk about mother wit. I like to call it a core instinct. It kind of just lays in your belly. Mother wit, also known as mother wisdom. Now, it isn't necessarily about being a literal mother. Instead, it's more about what the youth would call old school wisdom. We hear young kids say stuff like, oh, he's an OG, or she's an OG. And I was like, OG, what does that mean, OG? Old guy, old person, old something. And I found out that it means original. OG, original. So we're going to talk about old school wisdom that we've heard from the originals. And when I say the originals, we're talking about our family members, our close friends, the auntie that wasn't really related, but they were always around, so they became an auntie. We're going to talk about the things we heard adults whispering, and we're not really quite understanding everything they're talking about, but it seems important. We know. Let me give you one. Children should be what? There you go. There you go. So I was busy being seen, but not heard. I was listening. So I want to see, we're going to find out if you all were listening, because as I go through this, you too will find out that, you know what, it's a lot of little things that I came up with that I heard about. And now, when I was younger, I didn't quite understand, but I got it now. So that old school wisdom that came from the OGs, some of us would call it practical knowledge. Others might call it common sense. And then someone else might say, well, he has a sharp intuition. You see, mother wit is mostly grounded in observation. What do you see? What do you perceive? And is highly adaptive. It focuses heavily on immediate problem solving and emotional or physical survival. Number 2, tradition. I like to think of tradition as like a blueprint. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here, but let me pull out the paper and see. Tradition takes what mother wit or community wisdom or tribal wisdom discovered and made it standard, like a container. If mother wit figured out that a certain root helps a fever, tradition is going to take it another step. Tradition is going to say, every year at the winter solstice, we're going to serve that tea. It became a tradition. You see the difference? Mother wit, you know what? This tea helps with a fever. Tradition said, well, we need to serve this tea during winter solstice. So we think, why winter solstice? Because it's cold. People start to get sick, we get fevers. So we want to make sure that we keep this going. They may not even know why they've been serving this tea at winter solstice all these years, because of somebody way back, Mother Wit said it. And then it became a tradition. I don't know why we serve this tea all the time, but we have to do it every year at winter solstice. Tradition turns it into a specific tea served every winter solstice. I know you're with me. Tradition is going to provide that comfort because what does it offer? Predictability. I know this is going to happen. I know this is how it happens. This is the practice of what I think is best, or this is what we do. It's just like if you came in one day and the welcoming table wasn't outside. Everybody would notice it because what we do is not happening. Tradition to get you trapped like that sometimes. And then we move on to superstition. Superstition. Think of that one as like a protective guardrail. It doesn't want you to get hurt. So it's trying to cover you up and keep you safe. Superstition often shows up when Mother Wit and tradition encounter something they can't quite explain or control. It's an attempt to create cause and effect, rules, in an unpredictable world. It seems to have hidden logic, like, here's one you men might remember or have heard: don't leave a hat on the bed. Oh, what in the world is that supposed to mean? Take off my hat, I'm standing right here, I laid on the bed. Where'd that come from? What kind of superstition is that all about? Well, it likely started as a very practical way to prevent the spread of head lice. But nobody remembered that part. Just don't put your hat on the bed. It became a superstition. So when you mix those three together, you get this really incredibly rich, intergenerational, interdependent safety net. And isn't that what it's all about? They're trying to help you to grow, to help you to learn, to give you nuggets that you may be able to follow the trail and maybe you won't make the same mistakes that someone else made. Superstition provides an urgent warning. Tradition gives us ritual. And Mother Wit gives us flexibility, wisdom to know when to apply. The safety net. It's called lore, L-O-R-E, and like an onion, it's memories beneath memories beneath memories, a place where tradition, Mother Wit, superstition, and our lived experiences meet and weave themselves into something that seems like it's truth. In fact, I believe the power of law is just in time for our current period in history. I listened to what people were saying as the mic was being brought around, and my sister over here with the heart and the red, white, and blue flag, I heard your concern. And that's why I think that maybe law, this safety net, may be just what we need. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. First of all, we need to know, law is not dead. Law is not primitive. Law is not a museum exhibit of things people believed before they knew better. Law is woke. Oh, yes. Somebody has hijacked that word and made it into a bad word and added ISM on the end of it like it's a religion or something. And it is not. It simply means be aware. Be aware. That's all it means. But yet, it has been hijacked. It has been hijacked. And we must stop that. We must not let that happen because lore is alive. Lore is breathing. And some of it, I know, is sitting right here in this room, in your hands, in the back of your throat, waiting to be spoken. I can't keep this thing on my ear. I got a little ear. It keeps falling off. Waiting to be spoken or perhaps sung. Because many of you, you shared a little while ago, so I know it's right there on the tip of your tongues. It's boiling up in you. You start to think about, what things did I learn? You know, I would hear older women, I'm just walking down the street. My shoelaces untied, right? A grandmother or auntie would say, watch yourself there, you don't throw yourself down. Now, of course, I'm thinking literal because I'm a child. Why would I throw myself down? You know what I mean? What she was really saying is, tie your shoes so you don't fall down. But in my naivete, I went literal. And that is the problem. We do that with religion too. We think everything is historical and it's just a myth. If I'm invited back, I'll talk about that one day. But anyway, I don't know if you're going to want me back after this. But Lord is alive, Lord is breathing, and I know it's right in the back of your throat, in your heart, and your mind, because we all had someone who taught us some things. Thinking of how people shared with us so many years ago. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder shares with us, you know that song, that one is all full of funk and warning, telling us that when you believe in things you don't understand, then you suffer. I can't hear you. That's right. Then if you don't understand what it is, but I believe this thing, and maybe I have superstition. Yeah. What do you suffer? Well, it's a great story and a great song. But the song is a little incomplete. It only tells one side. But we all know that there's always another side. And this is what I want you to catch here. In 3.5 minutes, he told us one side. He was grooving. I'm not going to groove, but I'm going to tell you the other side. Sometimes the things we don't fully understand are carrying something we desperately need. Sometimes what looks like ignorance from the outside is from the inside, and moreover, is most sophisticated survival mechanism a community has ever built. We'll talk about that. Many of you were told things like this: do not sweep over someone's feet. It's like a warning. Sweep over somebody's feet and they'll never get married. Sweep over somebody's feet and they might end up in jail. The details varied by household, but the warnings did not. And as a child, I did like most of us did. I filed this along with a whole bunch of other stuff and dozens of things, that rules and whatnot that adults seem to carry around in their pocket. They just popped out one and gave it to you. It was like, what do I do with it? Then when we get older, somebody might pull one out of their pocketbook. That's another old word, pocketbook. How many know what a pocketbook is? How many of you are Northeast? Because I came down here and we mentioned pocketbook to some people from California. We were at their house visiting, me and my sweetheart. And we were about to leave, and I laid my purse down somewhere. I couldn't find it. So Carol and I are busy walking around in the house, looking at, what are you looking for? Albie's pocketbook. They start looking, and then after a few minutes, they said, well, what is a pocketbook? And I thought to myself, what? Where do you live? What country? What? Are you on Earth? They didn't know what a pocketbook was. They probably didn't know what a billfold was. But anyway, just saying, there's different ways of doing things. So, adults, they would carry these little nuggets of wisdom right in their pocket, but whip one out anytime they want to. I used to hear this one, and then I got older and I realized, ooh, that came from the Bible. And they would say this: when I was a child, I thought as a child. But when I came a man, I put away childish things. Now grow up. Oh, okay. And one day I'm studying, because that's what ministers do. We're always reading religious books, spiritual books, whatnot. And I realized that was a direct quote from the Bible. And it was true. So I did grow up. And I did become an open flower. But it took a long time. I had a long growing season. What I began to hear underneath warnings about sweeping wasn't about marriage or incarceration at all. It was about attentiveness. It was about care. It was about looking at the person in front of you and not treating them like furniture. Not sweeping past them or over them or around them as if they were not fully present in the room. It took me a while to get, don't sweep over someone's feet. Well, move your feet. You see me sweeping. But now I understand. So I need you to hold something with me for just a few moments, because this is a theological pivot upon which everything else will rest today. Superstition is not ignorance wearing a robe. Superstition is knowledge wearing the only costume it had available back then: the costume of imagination, the costume of images, of story and consequence. And we know why. Because when systems of power like colonization, deliberate illiteracy, enforced silence, forced imprisonment camps. I won't say the name, but you know what I mean. When those systems deny formal education, basic human rights, the sacred did not give up and go home. The sacred found another way to travel. And we call it superstition. First draft of what the community was trying to say. Now, it was never meant to be the whole, but was always pointing towards something real. And that's what superstition would do. It would point you towards something real. And then we have tradition. And I'm going to laugh here, but I have to hold it in, because sometimes we confuse tradition with habit, but there is a distinction. You know, habit is repetition without meaning, but tradition is repetition that is the meaning. Let me say that again. Tradition is repetition that is the meaning. It's an embodied theology. It lives in the hands and the feet and the bend of the body before it ever lives in the mind. We don't believe in tradition first and then perform it. We perform it until the believing settles in through the doing. It's like a dance. You start learning this dance, and then a couple of years later, your body just knows how to do it. The 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're just doing it, like driving. No one has to say, put your foot on the brake. You know when to ease, when to press, when to go a little slow. So it becomes a doing. So let me give you an example. Tradition. There's this family. Every week, oh my goodness, every week they put a glass of fresh water on the windowsill. Nobody ever paid too much attention to it. And then one day somebody had the nerve to actually ask, why water? What's with that water over there? Oh, well, the family got all up in arms. You don't know? Well, suppose the ancestors are thirsty. And then you start thinking, okay, hold on a minute. Like they're going to swoop from wherever they are and drink this water. That is not the case. Instead, they explained to me that the ancestors were thirsty for connection. Thirsty that you will know and remember them. Thirsty that they are still with you and in the family. So then I started to understand it. This is their way of remembering. This is their way of calling forth and honoring every week fresh glass of water on the windowsill. Is it superstition? Is it tradition? Probably. Is there any wisdom in it? Absolutely. We didn't make ourselves. We came from somebody. Somebody poured something in us. So when I say that, it's a theology, again, that's grounded within them. It's something that they practice, and it has become embodied. And they are not alone. Think of the Jewish Passover Seder. It does not merely remember the Exodus, it reenacts it so that every generation can say, we were there, we crossed that water, we know what it is to move from bondage to freedom. We have the little wars, people play the war games, I forgot what the name of it is, where people go out and reenactment. Thank you so much. Reenactment. I like a participatory audience, as you probably noticed by now. But yes, reenactment. We just playing and bringing it forth and remembering, and that helps. There's an indigenous seasonal ceremony, and there are pagan ceremonies that do not mark merely just a calendar, but they seek to repair the relationship between the human community and the more than human world often found in nature. There are many traditions that has ended up being something religious. Even what we are doing right now, experiencing this Sunday liturgy, L-I-T-U-R, yes, liturgy. That's what we're doing, and it's a tradition. You have your paper in front of you. If you don't, you see it up there, and you know exactly what's supposed to be happening. If things change a little bit too much, we don't feel right. Something's wrong. But tradition is lore, L-O-R, in motion. It's the community living beliefs, written not in ink, but on a Sunday, order of service, and the chalice lighting, and feet to just seem to know where to go and stand at the door. Lastly, we have Mother Wit, an intelligence that does not need a degree. My favorite. Mother Wit is not intelligence from books. It is intelligence from living. It's the kind of knowing that comes from watching, suffering, loving, and surviving. It's practical, it's immediate, and it's spiritual all at once. And it never waits for permission to be wise. Imagine. So, we might say, well, Proverbs is full of wisdom. Well, West African traditions call it Nomo, Nommo. And the Celtic traditions called it second sight, or the third eye. Mother Wit is the intellectual tradition of the dispossessed, of the ones who could not write it down, but who taught it anyway, of the ones for whom the academy was closed off by law, by poverty, by violence, but whose mind refused to stop working. Mother Wit is an intelligence that went underground when it had to and came back up through the only channels available. And how did it come through? Stories, proverbs, sitting around the kitchen table, standing around on the porch, fanning yourself, through the long afternoons and sweet tea, and that careful watching eye, observing. Mother Wit doesn't miss anything. You know how you see them sitting there, some of our older ladies just sitting there. They know you. You don't think they know, but they know you. They can walk right up to you and look at you and say, "You feeling good, baby?" "Yeah, I'm feeling good." They know you're lying because they know you. They've been watching. They see you. They know how you're walking when you're feeling good, and they know how you walk when you're not feeling so well. So they're paying a lot of attention. Again, it's grounded in the immediate, it's current, and it's observable. Mother Wit doesn't miss a thing. You know how you say, "Oh, my mother, she don't miss anything." You come in, my mother is 99 years old. I go to visit mommy, she's in the nursing home. I don't have to get all prepared because I'll go in and mommy will immediately notice if I'm not together. "Did you comb your hair today?" "Yes." But when she doesn't complain and say something, I feel so much better. So I have to get prepared. I'm going to go see mommy, and mommy doesn't miss anything. She even has a secret thing that she says to me. When I was upset as a youth, mommy would say, "There's nothing so bad you can't tell your mama." And I would just melt like a candle with fire on it. I would just melt, tell her everything. My mother and I are very close. So I want to ask you to please take a breath with me. And in that breath, I want you to think just for a moment of what lore you carry, what your people handed you, what you didn't know was sacred until you needed it, what you almost threw away because someone told you it was old-fashioned, it's primitive, it's without scientific basis. And think more. What are you grateful for? What are you deeply grateful for? And that you did not throw it away. I'm going to say this carefully. Lore is not a thing we romanticize without accountability. Lore can and does carry harm along healing. It can enforce oppression as easily as liberation. Traditions can enshrine cruelty, and superstitions can target the vulnerable. And Mother Wit, yes, we don't want to admit it, but sometimes they're wrong. Lore carries life and debris. So is the work. My friends, it's the work of discernment. As the Serenity Prayer reminds us, we must work with our knowing within our wisdom, or we would fail to know which pieces of lore to carry forward and which to lovingly, firmly set down. And my mother had another little saying for that. She would look me in the eye and say, "Jennifer, chew the meat, spit out the bone." Oh, okay. I got that one real quick. If it doesn't serve me, if it's not good for me, why am I gnawing on this bone? Let it go. I got that one. So that's what I'm sharing with you all today. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. Law itself is an impulse to pass something forward, to say this is what we know, this is what we learned, this is what kept us alive. It's an impulse, and for some people, it's holy. I believe it is one of the most human and most sacred things that we can do. So I close with a question to you, and then I'll be out. Could it be that religion, at its origin, is lore that grew too important to remain informal? I ask you again. Could it be that religion, at its origin, is lore that grew too important to remain informal? Yes, we have been taught to separate the sacred from the folk, to put religion on the altar and lore in the trash. But I believe and preach today that lore and religion are not opposites. They are cousins. They grew up in the same house. They share the same grandmother. Her name is wisdom. Her name is truth. Her name is whatever your people called the force that held them together when everything was trying to pull them apart. That would be her name. So family, I'm going to call you family. I've been here long enough with family now. Family, you carry something today that you didn't put there yourself. Your people put it there. Your elders put it there. The ones who came before them, who had no names you know of, who left no records you can find, they put it there too. You are the living archive. You are the lore. Lore is the religion we all practice. And my prayer is that it may always be the lore of love and compassion. May it be so. Amen. And I say.
We have a rare but recurring opportunity before us. Most places where we are, they give us a bill and suggest a tip, or send $19 a month or $20. No. Here it's about generosity. What do you want to do? What do you want to do about this place, its people, its staff? How can you express that generosity? Several ways, and an important one is financially. We hope you will consider that today. For those of you who are online, I think there will be a slide that will enable you to contribute as well. Yes. There we go. There are methods there. Send a check or do an email or do one of those URL things, which I've never figured out. Anyway, the ushers will be glad to receive your offering this morning. Good job, girlfriend.
You did it.
Good job.
You did it.
Are you going to do this?
That's a long poem, too. Yeah, I gotta read the poem.
Very superstitious writings on the wall. Very superstitious. The ladder's about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad love, good things in your past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way solve the problems, do all that you can. Keep me in a daydream, keep me going strong. You don't want to save me. Silence is the song.
Okay.
When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition everywhere. Ooh, very superstitious. Nothing more to say. Very superstitious. The devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. The good things in your past. You believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way.
Yeah. Okay. You're doing the
Oh, okay.
Langston Hughes.
Once again, outstanding. It's not easy to do a Stevie song. You got all kind of things going on. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Well, it looks like we're just about at the end. And I have this really long poem to read. And yet, I think it is necessary. Your own Reverend Tony even mentioned it to me. You're going to do that Langston Hughes poem? I was like, oh, we're going to do that another time. And then I thought, he wants it now. I'll do it. So, Let America Be America Again by Langston Hughes. This was written in 1936, and Langston Hughes had a thunderous indictment and prayer that he composed and put in this poem. It mourns the gap between America's founding promise and its reality, then dares to demand the country live up to itself. I give you, let America be America again. Oh, before I'm going off fast. One more thing. You will hear things that sound very familiar that we've been hearing in political circles. And we would think, oh, that sounds so original, but no, it came straight from this poem. 1936, they just conjured it and brought it here. 21st century, but here we go. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be the great, strong land of love, where never kings connive, nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It was never America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wealth, a wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. there's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor white fooled and pushed apart. I am the Negro bearing slavery scars. I am the red man driven from the land. I am the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, grab the goal, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I am the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean. Hungry yet today despite the dream. Beaten yet today, oh pioneers, I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker bartered through the years. Yet I am the one who dreamt our basic dream and the old world while still a serf of kings. Who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true that even yet its mighty daring sings. And every brick and stone and every furrow turned. That's made America the land it has become. Oh, I am the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I am the one who left dark island shore and Poland's plain and England's grassy lea. And torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today? The millions shot down when we strike? The millions who have nothing for our pay? For all the dreams we've dreamed and all the songs we've sung and all the hopes we've held and all the flags we've hung? The millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has yet been and yet must be. The land where every man is free. The land that's mine, the poor man's, Indians, Negroes. Me. Who made America? Whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me in any ugly name that you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. For those who live like leeches on the people's lives, we must take back our land again. America. Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me. And yet I swear this oath. America will be, out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we the people must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain. All the stretch of these great green states and make America again. We thank you, Langston, for words written in 1936 that still reach us all the way in 2026 and say it again. Make America again. That's our charge this morning. That's our charge. Okay, now please stand in body or spirit and join in singing our closing song, Building a New Way, number 1017 in the teal hymnal. The words will be on the screen. Building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building new way, getting stronger every day. We are building a new way.
We are working.
Working to be
We are
free.
working.
We are working to be free. We are working to be free. Greed and jealousy, we are working to be free.
We can feed our
Every need, we can feed every need. Every need, start with love, that is the seed. We can feed every need. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Without these, this world would die. Peace and freedom is our cry. Okay. Our benediction this morning. Because of those who came before. Because of those who came before, we are. In spite of their failings, we believe. Because of and in spite of the horizons of their vision, we too dream. Let us go remembering to praise, to live in the moment, to love mightily, and to bow to the mystery. And now go in peace, go in love, and go in compassion. Blessed be. What a team, what a team.
You want me to get rid of your mic?